Hello. Now, because some of you don't know me and don't know my opinions because you've just happened upon my channel, I want to make a statement now about transgender women. That is, men who used to be, women who used to be men, who resemble women now. I've nothing against a man transitioning to resemble and live as a woman. I have nothing against that at all. I understand that people with gender dysphoria have been dealt a particularly cruel hand by nature, and I have no wish to hurt any of them, and I respect the ones who live their lives and don't give anybody any trouble. They undergo a lot of pain to get to where they feel they belong. However, there are two sets of so-called transgender which I do not respect. The first and most obvious one are the ones who are still anatomically male, put a skirt on and a bit of lipstick and then tell everyone they're female. And because it's so obvious they're not, they resort, in general, they resort to bullying women and other men into saying what ain't so. And sometimes get quite violent and nasty about it. That's one set I do not respect. And then there's another set. There is a set of men who become apparently anatomically female, but they are still physically men. That is, they have the bone density, the muscle mass, the height, the breadth of shoulders, all the rest of it that comes with being male. They don't have the sex characteristics, but then they compete against women as women. This is a person called Leah Thomas. Now, I think the name is supposed to be pronounced Leah, but I can't think of a more appropriate pronunciation for this particular name, for this particular person. I wonder if you can identify which one had previously been a man until fairly recently. Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? You know, because I'm having a lot of trouble differentiating between the two. Two peas in a pod, aren't they? So you'll just have to look at that and work it out for yourself, because I'm completely unable to do that. Here's a picture of the Penn University swimming team. You might be able to find Leah Thomas in that group as well. I mean, far be it from me. I can't work out which one is taller and has the broadest shoulders. It's just totally beyond me. But if you look at the picture long enough, you might just get a couple of clues. I have seen several articles about this situation, and every one of them, even the ones who say that what's going on is unfair and cruel, still refer to this person as she. Well, in my opinion, he has not earned the privilege of being called she. I'm going to read a couple of articles from the New York Post and Fox News. Obviously, they are the ones who are actually reporting on this. I mean, reporting on the whole story. And the first one is in Fox News. Even after a Wednesday team meeting where a source says Penn administration strongly advised its swimmers to avoid talking to the media about the situation surrounding transgender Penn swimmer Leah Thomas, a second female Penn swimmer has stepped forward to speak out via an exclusive interview with Outkick. So it means that Penn administration were telling the women not to speak to the media about it. So they are not only colluding in the lie that this person is a female swimmer, they are actively suppressing the truth. This is another one from the New York Post. A University of Pennsylvania transgender swimmer who's shattering women's team records. He is not shattering women's team records. He is swimming as a man and not doing that well, probably, as a man. So he's not shattering any records at all. A University of Pennsylvania transgender swimmer who's shattering women's team records since her transition said she has been trying to avoid reading about the pushback surrounding her success. No, this isn't pushback. This is outrage. This man has no right, whatever he's done to what's between his legs, to compete against women. I just don't engage with it, Leah Thomas said on an episode of the Swim Swam podcast posted Thursday. It's not healthy for me to read it and engage with it at all, so I don't, and that's all I'll say about it. Yeah, you do women out of the victories that they deserve, and you boast about it. And you don't like to read that people might be a little bit peeved by your bad behaviour, your rude behaviour, your inconsiderate behaviour, your selfish behaviour. This is another thing from another article from another New York Post item. A teammate of Leah Thomas on the University of Pennsylvania women's swim team has spoken out as the transgender swimmer has shattered school records. I wish they would stop saying that. There are no records being shattered here. This is not a woman from a sporting point of view. And this person has no right to compete with women. Before her transition, Thomas competed at Penn for 3 years as a male. She recently set school records in the 200-metre freestyle and 500-metre freestyle in November. This past weekend, the record-breaking stretch continued. No records were broken. This is not a woman. This is a product of surgery. Record-breaking stretch continued as Thomas set a school record, not a record. In the 1,650-metre freestyle, her teammate, Anna Kalandadze, finished in second place, over 38 seconds behind Thomas. What a surprise. Anna was the one who should have got the win for that. She was forced into second by a man who has dressed himself up in the garb of a woman. He's still a man. An anonymous teammate, you see, whoever it is, has to remain anonymous because she will push, the real she, will bring down the sky upon herself for speaking out under a known identity. She spoke to the website Outkick, claiming most members of the team have expressed displeasure over the situation to their coach, Mike Schnur. I'll bet you they've expressed displeasure. And this is what Leah Thomas said in the presence of her teammates. That was so easy. I was cruising. According to Outkick source, Thomas was unhappy with her time after the 500 race, but while standing in front of teammates, made sure to mention, at least I'm still number one in the country. Yeah, a number one arsehole. That's what you are. You're no sports person. Well, obviously she's number one in the country because she's at a clear physical advantage after having gone through male puberty and getting to train with testosterone for years. Outkick's source said. Of course you're number one in the country when you're beating a bunch of females. That's not something to brag about. And why are the sports committees allowing this to happen? Well, the answer is that they are prize-winning cowards. They don't dare fly in the face of what is at the moment a current fashion of alligator feeding for a bunch of people who are bullies. If not psychologically disturbed, at least bullies. And they are backing up the bullies. And it's disgraceful. What more is there to say? This isn't sport. This is, well, political correctness gone mad. Literally. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.